Hello Fun Seekers, and welcome to another MackDaddy Fun Games. In this video, I'm starting a new series called MackDaddy Minutia, where we'll be having a quick look at interesting toys, games, or comics that don't necessarily require a really long video. So today, I want to introduce you to these little gems. I found these at a local toy show in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I've had these about 2 weeks now. I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but things just kept getting in the way. So today's the day to share these with the world. These are made by on an Etsy store called Motion Pic Film Store. I'll include the link below so that you can go check them out too. And these are only 3 that I picked up. He had quite a few different ones, little miniature reproductions of old computer retro tech boxes, mostly toys though, and I had to pick these up. These are one toy I never had and wished I did, and then of course I had to pick up the 2 Battlestar Galactica. I had both the Colonial Viper and the Cylon Raider, and these boxes just really scratched the nostalgia itch for me. I just loved these toys. Looking back, I love the boxes, the art that went into these toys, and he's done such an amazing job recreating that in these miniatures, which I've always loved miniatures anyway. I mean, we're toy collectors here, so chances are we love miniature things too. So this just hits so many of the right notes with me. So let's take a quick in-depth look at each one. First, the AT-AT from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Now, he also did have a variant box that is from Return of the Jedi, but of course I had to go with the classic Empire Strikes Back AT-AT. So on the front and on the what would be the bottom of the box, you have this color area with the photography, and this would have been a sticker because the box was basically just a cardboard box, but it did have some screen printing on it. This would have been just a big sticker on the front of the box, but it really captures that box art so wonderfully. There's the bottom, kind of gives you the details of the toy, that the head opens. Then if you look on the back, see, this would have been the kind of the screen printed portion of the box, so you got limited colors. Although as a kid I just loved this art, and as an adult I still love this style. I wish more toy companies, like especially with some of the new retro wave toys, I wish they would use some of the old methods of actually printing the boxes. But it's essentially the same image, but it's just a screen print, limited gradient color there. Still have the color on the logo. The ends of the boxes that you would have opened up, nothing special there. And then on the, I guess what would have been the top of the box, yeah, the top, just another screen print, but it's more details on how to actually play with the toy, that the joints move and that you can actually put figures inside. This was one I never had. I always wanted the AT-AT, but for whatever reason it just never happened. But now I actually own a beautiful miniature box. Next we'll look at the Cylon Raider. These were manufactured by Mattel, of course, from the Battlestar Galactica television series. Again, on the back you get the just such an amazing reproduction of these toy boxes. Cylon Raider Space Interceptor, love that. The painted art on these boxes, that's just such a lost art these days. I mean, some are doing it. I got to admit, I love the paintings on the back of like the G.I. Joe classifieds. Beautiful, but for the most part, a lot of toys use just photographs of the toy itself, whereas I really miss like painted art on toy boxes. On the back, and then besides the Cylon Raider, you get a brief description of the toy, and then of course you get the other toys that were available. Now, I never bought these. I was a funny kid in that if I didn't see it in the show, I was like, these weren't in the show. I don't want these. But I think these were actually maybe even hijacked from some other toy line and given a Battlestar Galactica paint job to fit in. But of course I had the Cylon Raider, so of course I had to have the Viper. I mean, how can you have the enemy ship and not have the hero ship to shoot it down? And that brings us to the Colonial Viper. Once again, beautiful artwork. I have done some research trying to figure out if I can find out what artist did the art for these. So far, no success. If I find out anything, maybe we'll do an update video later, or I'll just add it into the description later. But I'd love to give credit where credit is due. Unfortunately, I just couldn't find any information on who might have actually done the art for these boxes. Look how beautiful those are together. So of course the design of the box is pretty much the same. On the back it gives you some, or the bottom rather, it gives you some details on the actual toy. You know, the cockpit opens. It did come with a small figure, as did the Cylon Raider, to fit in there. You know, I was a little disappointed with this toy as a kid for two reasons. One, the cockpit opened in this weird hinged way where it flipped up, and whereas in the show the cockpit would slide forwards, and I always thought it would have been so easy for them to just design the toy so that the cockpit would have slid forward, so it would have been like screen accurate. But the other thing is the wings actually did move. We never saw them actually move in the show. They always seem to be fixed in this down gull wing position, but I'm assuming that it's this might actually be something that I'm sure they didn't plan this, but you know, we never actually saw the Viper fly in the atmosphere very much, but I would assume those adjustable wing would have actually been useful for flying in an atmosphere. And you can't really see it here because of the way they took the photos. You can kind of see it in this back photo that the front landing gear is fixed in the down position always, and that always bugged me as a kid. I know my wife's gonna say I was a weird kid, and she's right, but I always hated it when aircraft toys never let you retract the gear, because then they just never looked right when you're trying to fly them and play with them. But all in all, it was a great toy. It's one of those that's on my wish list to kind of own again. I would love to find copies mint in box, but I haven't even really done a lot of research. I'm sure that would not be inexpensive. Well, that about does it for these, although I do want to show you one other little feature of these, just so that they're always useful. This is a nice metal plate here. These are all magnets. So you could hang them on your refrigerator. Yeah. Just another nice little touch. These I'm actually planning on displaying in the man cave. I have these metal boards that I can that I can actually mount on the wall, and I think I'm just gonna keep these. I don't want to put them on the refrigerator where they'll get damaged or anything like that, because they are very sturdy. That's another thing. They seem to be made out of a pretty rigid cardboard. I think they might even be plastic. I meant to ask the manufacturer about that, but I forgot. I believe they might actually be plastic. So they seem very durable. although I wouldn't take a whole lot of chances, especially around moisture or anything like that, because I'm sure that would probably cause some discoloration or even some of the sticker separation. So, but these are wonderful. I hope you'll check out his website. And there are a lot of different toy boxes available there. I've already found a few others that I'm excited about, and I'm probably going to try to pick up. I think he's here in North Carolina, where I live. There's actually an upcoming toy show in Hickory, North Carolina, in the next week or two, and I believe he said he was going to be there. So I'm going to probably try to go there, get some footage, share with you a couple of a brief toy hunt there. So hopefully he'll be there, and I'll be able to pick up a few more. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this content, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so we can keep the fun times rolling. Until next time, go have some fun.